What's up, guys? Just playing some Earthdawn. Not that anyone cares, because I'm gonna delete the video after I'm done with this stream. I still haven't gotten Sword Art Online. The website that I buy my games, they mostly have the games sooner than everyone else, but this time Namco Bandai fucked up here in Europe and we have to wait longer. And there are a couple of people, mostly on Twitter, that are pissing me off. You know who you are by sending me pictures of, "Here, Klaudkil, I have the game. I'm playing it. You have to wait. Shut the fuck up." God damn it. But well, let's do mission select, because I think I already have... Ooh, red. I got my chocolate milk. Holy shit, that's hot. Holy shit. Okay, what do I have to do? I got S-Ray. Clear EB Cluster 1. Order has been received to clear out the EB. Head to the target area in New York and clear out the EB Cluster. Okay. Learn at A rank. Defense +1. Okay, shit, just do it. Whatever. Grand Terminal. There was an actual review of a Dutch side website, and they gave graphics a 6.5. I mean, this game animation is really stiff, but I think it's done on purpose. But graphically, the game looks good. It looks amazing, actually. Who gives a fuck? Well, whatever. Do I have to go here though? Where's... Oh yeah, I do. Soldier. I have no idea though why there are 3 soldiers following you, but they're not in battle. That's really weird. But okay. What was offending? Oh yeah. Collapsed building. No, what am I doing? We're struggling. You can. I don't think I can. I can't beat that. That's too strong. Rank A. Not S. Use a ton of skill. Use a ton of skills. So weird. Okay. Oh, I got rank S. Nano machine has been paid. For what? That's it? Okay. Okay. New York Battlefront achievement rate 19%. Weapon finding rescue mission interest in the unknown. Oh no. There we have to go. Enemy encounter, no shit. Mission clear. That's all. Okay. This could be a pretty good game for the Vita. Why is it not on the Vita? New skill obtained. Learn rare research. Break Gun 4 has been delivered. Beak Gun 4. Beak. Okay. Synthetic liquid metal has been paid. Okay. No idea what that is. Remaining until the next counter-offensive. 3 hours 56 minutes. Okay. Okay. Weapon research too. Okay. Grand Store. So tomorrow I'm also not going to get Sword Art Online. I'm pretty pissed about that because I have a pretty busy weekend. But hopefully I will be getting it on a Friday. Oh shit, I can't wait to play. This Sword Art Online was so good. Like 10 times better than Lost Song. And I'm also really excited for next year. Next year is going to be great. The Last Guardian, of course. Last Guardian, the Final Fantasy 15 is going to be are coming first, but still. One of the Dutch review sites, they said that this game plays like Devil May Cry. It really seems that a lot of these reviewers, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, they just say some bullshit or they try to be smart and say, oh, it plays like Devil May Cry. What? What? Ah, what's up, Triforce? PSX Sense. Waren dat die reviewers die dat zeiden? Echt super vervelend waren dat. Maar volgens mij was het budget gaming hoor, daar waar het stond. Ik had dus één Nederlandse review gelezen. En die zaten het helemaal te bashen. Echt helemaal compleet onlogisch. Vooral dat Devil May Cry gedeelte, dat was echt fucking stom. Trouwens, Sword Art Online. Weer uitgesteld. Tenminste, niet uitgesteld, maar... Netgames heeft hem wel. Your Game Zone weer niet. Jammer. Mission select. Weapon construction. Can I do it? Weapon crafting. It doesn't say new. Oh, it does. Heft. Krijg hem morgen binnen? Niet bij Your Game Zone, want ze hebben hem nog niet binnengekregen. Ik zit net met ze te praten. Best vervelend. Hard armor. Woman's class. Inner set. Shut the fuck up. Who's talking? Weapon enhancement dan? Ah, bij Bol. Nou, oké. Nee, ik hou gewoon bij Your Game Zone, is die veel goedkoper. Level 1. Ugly tentacles. Wait, wasn't the one weapon crafting? Oh no. Sharp skin. No idea what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. Okay. Now it's stronger. Yay! Bol.com is trouwens een klote site. Echt verschrikkelijk. Sure.
調査ポータル設置により次の目標ウィスコンシンへの経路の解析が完了した。だが道中にはイーバが構築したとみられる結晶の壁が存在している。結晶の壁は現代兵器では破壊不能だ。故に我々技術開発班は以前から壁の破壊方法を研究していたのだが任せる。設計も製造も完了しあとは搭載するだけだ。
Bedoel je soms niet altijd dat Your Game Zone goedkoper is, of soms niet altijd dat Bol.com gewoon slecht is? Want ik heb het maar 1 of 2 keer besteld en ze stuurden de games op in een plastic envelop. Nee, in een kartonnen envelop. Zonder enige bescherming. Gewoon een kartonnen envelop. Nee, daar ga ik nooit meer wat bestellen. Of het moet zo goedkoop zijn. Let's move out. Exceed units 1 of 3. You are now able to make use of exceed units when exceed cost reaches. To launch the exceed. Ah, those are the units that are behind you. I think. Is dat een wachtkaart? By the way, Triforce, did you see the PS4 Pro controller? And I'm not talking about the Pro system, but a Pro controller like the Xbox One. Looks pretty good. Ja, ik ook wel, maar alsnog. Ik kan daar gewoon niet tegen als zo'n groot bedrijf zulke dingen in een kartonnen envelop gooien. Dat, nee. En ja, ik haal eigenlijk alles bij Your Game Zone. Vrijwel alles, tenminste. Zeker qua nieuwe releases. En ik had alle games die ik dit jaar nog ging kopen, een stuk of 6. En ik had wel voor mij €23 korting. Terwijl de games al goedkoper zijn dan de meeste. Dus ja. Wat is dat? Hell. The controller looks pretty cool though. And a friend of mine, he actually has the Pro Controller for the Xbox One, and it is a really good controller. Like a really good controller. So maybe I'm gonna pick up that Pro Controller too for the PS4. But I think it's licensed by Sony, not an official Sony product. Ja, dat is inderdaad waar. A lot of people are talking about the loose cartridges or the loose CDs for the PS4, and it's all because of that stupid box they made. The box is just not well made. Take away. Nieuw speelthema, zo van uit. Maar ik heb inderdaad ook vaak dat mijn cd'tjes er los in zitten, maar ja, ik heb geen probleem met mij. Het is niet dat de cd's kapot zijn. Waar moet eigenlijk heen? Moeten we hier wel heen? What? Okay. Enemy encounter. Yeah. I never used a unofficial controller. I did it on the PS2 and they sucked so much that up until then I'm like, no, I'm only going to spend money on official Sony controllers. But if it's licensed by Sony, I guess they have some sort of quality standard. Hopefully. I'm not really sure if these Pro controllers from Microsoft are actually made by Microsoft themselves or made by the same company. Because if it's just made by the same company, then you can expect the same quality. Wait, let's see.
Exceed unit で結晶を破壊しろ。
What the hell is going on? Are they like respawning? Enemy encounter. Oh no, not that one. Level 6. Level up. Collapsed underpass. No, not that way. Okay. Boss fight! Holy shit, it's fucked. Magma Warrior.
だったら使い物にならなくちゃねバイタル低下しているぞ気をつけろ
Oh shit, it's got one freaking hit. What? Ja, inderdaad. No, died again.
しているぞ。気をつけろ。手遅れになる前に回復しろ。
Rank E.
素晴らしい戦果だ。よくやってくれた。
Rockfall 1. Maybe I had a weapon that wasn't very strong against him. I don't know. I don't know. So good A-rank though.
ロックフィスト討伐を確認。これより本作の目標地点ウィスコンシン。ケルベロスに次ぐバロン級イーバの存在が確認された。バロン級は付近のエネルギープラント内部よりネストを展開。ウィスコンシン全域を含め広範囲にその影響を及ぼして第2フェーズのこのバロン級を駆逐し北上作戦の第2拠点を築くこと。
まずは突入の障害となるプラント外部。ネストのエリア2に存在する
Sup H Brand, what is your favorite Monster Hunter game? Well, the only Monster Hunter games I ever played was Monster Hunter on PS2. Yes, I played I bought the game at launch because I played the demo from Devil May Cry 2 or 3 and I absolutely loved it. So I bought it at launch, not knowing how big the franchise would be, and I played Monster Hunter Freedom Unite on the PSP. And that was the last Monster Hunter I played. Hello, boobies. She's scary though, like holy shit, look how scary she looks.
エクシードユニット、さらに強力な力を手にした。その威力に興奮を抑えられない。だがアランはその力に飲まれてしまった。力に己を失い暴走状態に陥った。暴走状態のやつはもはや人ではなかった。アランはもう部隊に復帰できない。
The class of EB indicates its skill and threat level. From weakest to strongest, Knight, Baronet, Baron, Count, and Duke. The Knight class includes all EB that do not meet the conditions of the Baronet class. Okay. Exceed unit special EB cells are injected into enhanced troop. A new weapon is ready for development. Oh, cool. I hate the time system though. Because what if you don't get stronger on time, but you have to do the mission? You're stuck. I hate time systems. God damn it. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I have tried Monster Hunter Freedom Unite or Monster Hunter 4 and Monster Hunter Generation 3S, but it's very far from the Monster Hunter I know on PSP. I think they've added a lot of stuff to Monster Hunter, like also undersea and stuff. So I bet it's a lot different. I mean, it's a lot bigger, it's more expensive, I think. So, I have... Oh, no. I have this one, attack 8, and this has attack 15. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, you have to do that. Lightning. Okay. Modify. No image. Hardtooth nanomachines. Whip. Attack 04, attack +1. Okay. Smell. Enhancement. Number 4. That is a really good question. You know what the thing is, and I think that a lot of gamers, mostly Nintendo fans, don't understand is that Nintendo itself, like the Nintendo video game systems, are not as casual, like they don't appeal to the mass market. Now of course we had the Nintendo Wii, that was something different. But even on the Nintendo Wii, you could easily see which audience it took and which type of games it was selling. Was it selling true games? No, it was not. It was selling peripherals like the Wii Balance Board and Wii Sport and Wii Fitness. It was not selling real games. So every third-party developer that was trying to make a real game on the Wii failed. Because it didn't sell. Because there was no audience on the Wii. Even though the system sold like 100 million units, the HD consoles sold more software because the bigger games. And so except for the Nintendo games that do sell on the system, because there are still a lot of Nintendo fans out there, of course, because their games are awesome, and they do sell by their games. Like Splatoon and, you know, Zelda games, but it's not mass market. Like everyone knows Mario, everyone buys Mario Kart, and you know, it's selling hotcakes. But to Nintendo fans, and don't get me wrong, there are millions of Nintendo fans. You can pretty much guess it at how much the Wii U sold. That's pretty much how many Nintendo fans are in the world. About 13, 14 million. That is a lot of fans. I'm not even sure if Sony has so many fans for the PlayStation. The thing is, the PlayStation at number 1 and the Xbox are for the mass market. It's just it's weird why it is, but it is true. It's also because Nintendo never really builds a game system that is from this time. Like even the Nintendo Switch, the specs that has been released, or holy shit, how do you say that? Leaked. The specs that has been leaked for Nintendo Switch, it's not even as powerful as an Xbox One. So games like Red Dead Redemption are really hard to make for the Nintendo Switch, because the Switch does not have the power to run these games. And with the PS4 Pro coming out and with the Scorpio coming out, games will be enhanced even further graphically, and even the Nintendo Switch will not be able to create a mass market audience for games like Red Dead, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Horizon, Uncharted, Tomb Raider, all these games that are graphically really good. But the smart thing about the Nintendo Switch is that it is not only a console, it's also a handheld. And definitely for Japan, it could sell a lot of units, because Japan loves their consoles. But I don't see people walking around with giant ass tablet in their hands. I just don't see that. Maybe in Japan, but here in the West, I would love Nintendo to make a really incredible system. And don't get me wrong again, if the Nintendo Switch get games like Xenoblade, Monster Hunter, good RPGs, all these 3DS games that are then coming to the Switch, I most probably will be buying a Nintendo Switch. And also Zelda looks amazing in my opinion, so I am a lot more interested in buying a Nintendo console than I did 10 years ago or 4 years ago. So it really all depends on how much is the system's gonna cost and how many games that I want to play are going to the Switch. If Monster Hunter would be announced exclusively for the Switch, that would make me really think. That would be pretty big, because I love Monster Hunter and I'm pissed off that Capcom abandons their Sony fans. That Sony, the PlayStation fans pretty much made Monster Hunter big, and all of a sudden they're like, oh no, we're not gonna make any game for you. Like, what? But it would be stupid for Capcom to not look at the West and think, maybe we should create a Monster Hunter for the PS4. Maybe it will sell in the West. But who knows? So I hope I answered that question. And that's of course my opinion. That's what I think. Hey Klaudkil, quick question. Is Dark Souls 2 good? Dark Souls 2 is a good game, but in my opinion it's the weakest of the three. Dark Souls 1 is better and Dark Souls 3 is better than Dark Souls 2. But Dark Souls 2 is also a really good game. But I would prefer buying Dark Souls 3 though. Elite threat, lacking supply. Item objective. Okay, free mission. Sucker. How much does Dark Souls 2 cost and how much does Dark Souls 3 cost where you're living? Oh wait, you're in Belgium. I don't know. I would... If I were you, really, I would just pay the like 10 or 15 bucks, euros more and just get Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is a lot better than Dark Souls 2. A lot better. Your thoughts on PSX? A Sony rep said PSX will have lots of Japanese surprises this year. Last year's PSX was pretty good, right? It was. But they fucked up with the end. They really fucked up the end. And I think that the biggest criticize about PSX last year was that it is a PlayStation show, you know, celebrating PlayStation, and they show a lot of multi-platform games. So, as the Sony rep said, and I bet it's some sort of rumor, yes, I think we will see a lot more exclusive games. Of course we're gonna see like Gravity Rush 2, but who knows, maybe they have a couple of really good surprises. I think PSX is going to be awesome though. They are definitely going to show or Kingdom Hearts 3 or Final Fantasy VII Remake. They're going to do that. Definitely. And who knows, maybe they will announce Yakuza 6 for a Western release, because they did announce Yakuza 5 on PSX. Indie games, Japanese indie games, maybe Ni no Kuni 2. But we don't need to forget Ni no Kuni 2 is coming out. Maybe they're gonna showcase more gameplay for that. Maybe Sony is working on a new Japanese games themselves. Who knows? There are rumors of Bloodborne 2. So I think PSX is going to be really interesting. And the awesome thing this year is that PSX is one day after my birthday. So that's pretty cool. Dark Souls 3, 17 euros. Holy shit! 70 euros in Belgium? Are you serious? Wow. Holy shit. That is a lot of money. But I would still pay 30 euros more to get Dark Souls 3. I'll be totally honest. I would rather spend 70 bucks on Dark Souls 3 than 40 bucks on Dark Souls 2. Je weet trouwens ook dat Nederlandse gamesites ook gewoon games sturen naar België. En Dark Souls 3 is echt geen 70 euro meer in Nederland. Misschien 30 of 35. Misschien 40, heel misschien. Check maar bij Your Game Zone. Krijg je ook nog korting. S-Rank. Look at my hair. On Saturday, I'm going to get to the barber. Like, my hair is like, holy shit, way too long. What is this? Am I now a cool kid? Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3? Holy shit. There is a huge difference between Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3. the thing is, Dark Souls 3, even though the game is awesome, is still more of the same. You have already seen and played it in Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. You know what you're going into, you know what to expect, you know what to do, but it's just a different world. Awesome, Dark Souls 3 is absolutely amazing, but you know what to expect if you have played the other Dark Souls games. Bloodborne, however, is something totally different, but has the feel of a Dark Souls game. You can level up your character, you can upgrade your weapons, but both the playstyle and everything around it is totally different than Dark Souls 3. So, I would say, if you've never played a Dark Souls game before, play Dark Souls 3. If you have played Dark Souls 1 or 2, but never Bloodborne, play Bloodborne. In the amount of how much fun I had, I think I had more fun playing Dark Souls 3, because I played it with a friend of mine. But I think I had a better experience playing Bloodborne because it was something different. And Bloodborne really, in some parts of the game, scared the living shit out of me. Like the part where you go to that witch village. Was it like Hermwick village? I'm not really sure. But that was scary. That was pretty scary. So, that's your answer, hopefully. Ja, er is inderdaad een hele grote prijsverschil. Als inderdaad spellen in België €70 zijn, dan holy shit. Spellen hier zijn 55 tot 60. Bij Your Game Zone nog minder, soms 44. Ik heb echt heel veel spellen. Bijvoorbeeld Final Fantasy 15 heb ik voor €44. Finding a note. Je mag wel... Zo. Je mocht ook wel mee eten hoor. Had je het even moeten zeggen. Okay, where we have to go? Ah, we have to go there again. I wonder though if I still get experience fighting these guys, because I see level 7, but you don't really have like a menu where you can see stats. Like this is your level, this is how many experience you have. You don't really see that. Oké, dat is echt overdreven duur. Ik zou gaan kijken of je vanaf Nederland spellen kan bestellen. En ik weet niet precies hoe oud je bent. Als je bijvoorbeeld een creditcard hebt of zo, of PayPal. Maar via het buitenland is nog beter. Daar is echt nog goedkoper. Bitch, come here. Very good. Ah, okay, so I think you get experience, because do you see with the level in the 7, it has like a really small, what is it, orange bar? And it filled up. It fills up. So I bet that's the experience you get. Okay. Then you need a shitload of experience. I have heard that, yes. And Tabata, the director of the game, already said that the second part of Final Fantasy 15 is going to be linear. But people really don't understand that in a story-driven game, something has to be linear. Grand Theft Auto 5 has linearity. The Witcher 3 has also parts that are linear. It's impossible to tell a story without telling the player you have to go forward. Because how stupid is it that, for example, in Final Fantasy 15 there is a war going on and you have to rescue the princess. You have only 10 hours to rescue her. And instead of the game pushes you to go forward, you go backwards and just go out fishing. That doesn't make any sense storyline wise. So that's why you have even open world games like The Witcher still have parts that are linear. They have to do that. And who the hell wants to see a 40-hour preview? That's pretty much the entire game. Why would anyone do that? So that red enemy I'm encountering the entire time is actually a sort of an elite troop. And they are extremely hard. Impossible for my level at the moment and my gear to beat. But I bet once you beat them, you can get really good high-grade materials to create high-grade weapons. I did play Dragon's Dogma a lot and I really liked it. I really liked that Dragon's Dogma felt like an open world RPG mixed with a battle style of Dark Souls. At the moment only Dark Souls, you didn't have Dark Souls 2. The problem that really made me stop playing that game is you encounter the same enemies at the same point in the game, in the same point in the map, every single time. And after a couple of running through back and forth, it gets annoying. It really gets annoying. And you don't have a fast travel system. Well, I've heard of some fast travel system that just doesn't work that good. But you don't have a fast travel system like in Skyrim. So, in my opinion, it was really tedious of finding the same enemies over and over again, running back and forth over and over again. And that's the reason I stopped playing the game. And I think it's really sad because I love the first 20 hours. I absolutely love the openness of the game and the battle system and the character development. I love Dragon's Dogma, and I think I also have the expansion, but I just never played it anymore. My brother, though, he played and beat the game entirely. He had every character at maximum level, all the gear, all the stuff. It was just not normal. My little brother is really weird. he can buy like 1 or 2 games a year, but he totally beats it. For example, in Skyrim, he has everything, the best armor, best magic, every stat at the highest. He has like 600 hours into Skyrim, and he's still playing it. It's really cool that he can enjoy a game for so long. And he has the money to just buy a new game, but he doesn't want that. He just wants to play the game he really likes. And I wish I had that ability to play a game for such a long time and still enjoy it. Because, for example, World of Final Fantasy, are you seeing me playing the game? I beat the game, I beat side missions of the game, but I played the game so much, then I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little bit bored now. Not because the game is bad, it's just because I have played it for such a long time. So once in a while, I'll go back in playing World of Final Fantasy, and I'll do all the side missions, the side stories, but I don't have the ability to play the game for like 400 hours, because it will get boring. Weapon crafting. Devil May Cry. This is not Devil May Cry. Hard armor. Do I have that? Anti-gun, anti-life suit. Let's create a life suit. I think I have this one. Oh, you don't have enough energy. Oh, 8,000. I only have 5,000. I knew that. I knew that. Whatever. I do like, though, that this game mission system is really easy to use and that the levels are not like hours long. I do like that. Oh wait, it's an S rank, but why is this and... okay, rescue mission. Okay. Why are you playing it for an hour though? This is definitely the last mission. I'm gonna play something else. Not really sure what. Maybe World of Final Fantasy. Maybe a PS3 game. We shall see. Common soldier. Yeah, deep down, where the hell is it? You know what I think? I have this thought. This generation, you're really seeing if Sony is partnering with developers to create their game on the PS4 and mostly also on PC. Street Fighter, Shenmue, at the moment Final Fantasy VII, was it Neo? 5 games already. So I have a premonition. I think that Deep Down is actually going to be made by Capcom and maybe in partnership with Sony Japan Studio, and that's going to be a PS4 PC exclusive. That's what I think. But if we're not going to see Deep Down, then it's pretty much scrapped. Then it's just game over for that game. Look at her tiny legs though. Look how tiny they are. Rank S. $6,000. I still don't have enough money. Because my no, it's because my skill. Oh, back. Skill. This is like super, really difficult to understand. Like attack specialist, defense, balanced. Okay. So let's do attack. No, not good. Balanced. Okay, better. Okay. You get more HP, but oh wait, you can. Oh, +6. Okay, I understand. But okay. Skill setting. R2. Okay. Look how many stuff. Like holy shit. What? Really? Like what? Look at that line of skills. Like holy shit, what do I have to do? Well, okay, so remove link. I don't know. Where was the HP? Oh, there's no HP here. Those are the skills you can set, right? That's always good. Okay, I think I understand it a little bit better now. I think, at least. Okay. Do you consider Capcom's AAA games as Western-oriented franchises like Resident Evil, DMC, Onimusha, etc.? Well, like back in the day when Devil May Cry and Onimusha were really popular, Japanese games in general were really popular for the fact that they were extremely good. You can see it in Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Metal Gear Solid. You can still see it in Neo, and Final Fantasy 15. These games are still popular in the West because they're really good games. Hopefully Neo is going to be a good game. So I don't really think that these games are trying to be, Western oriented, but they were good. I would love to see a new Onimusha, or like Resident Evil is really westernized. That's definitely true. Resident Evil 6 was good, but some parts of the game were just Gears of War. Like, what the hell am I playing? Devil May Cry, the last one, DMC, was developed by a Western developer, Ninja Theory. They also developed Heavenly Sword and Enslaved, and they're now creating Hellblade or Hellbent. I think it's Hellblade. So that game was definitely Westernized because it was developed by a Western developer, and I liked DMC a lot actually. It didn't have the flair of Devil May Cry. Like Devil May Cry 2, 1 and 3 are like amazing. Devil May Cry 4 is alright. I think that special edition on PS4 is a lot better because it has more characters, more environments, more skills. But I haven't bought the game yet, actually. Kind of weird because the game is pretty old, even on PS4. So, but Capcom, I don't know what's wrong with Capcom. They create Dead Rising, pretty cool. They create Monster Hunter, pretty cool, and that's it. And Resident Evil. The new Resident Evil though, that could be a life changer for them. The new Resident Evil could be extremely good, definitely in VR, or it could be a huge disappointment. What I have seen and what I have played, at least on the VR, and that demo you could download after the E3, Resident Evil 7 is going to be terrifying in VR and out of VR. I cannot wait to play it. The thing is, there are a lot of games coming out in February that I cannot wait to play it. Okay, let's do one more mission. Why does it have that? Well, Force layers. What's force layer? No, I think just like Western indie developers, I think that Japanese indie developers are going to create a lot more interesting games like this and like One Way Heroic than the big AAA Western Japanese developers. Not all of them, because Square Enix is coming back, really. With Dragon Quest Heroes, even though it wasn't developed by them, with World of Final Fantasy, I have a really good feeling about Square Enix. But besides that, Konami sucks. Capcom sucks. What do we have more? Big Japanese developers that were awesome back in the day, but they suck now. You have Platinum being a lot bigger. They're creating a lot of games. The developer or the mastermind behind Castlevania is creating Bloodstained. We're having Yu Suzuki back creating Shenmue 3. And if Sega is smart, they're going to create a HD collection for Shenmue 1 and 2, because I never played Shenmue 1 and 2. I want to play those games. Sega is also one of these companies that are trying to come back. They are trying to create games people actually want. And there's also another developer called SNK, and SNK has IPs like that Samurai Warrior game, Samurai Warrior Showdown. SNK has the King of Fighters, and recently the director actually said that they changed their name, SNK, and they're actually going to create more games from the older IPs that they have. They pretty much said that they want to return to the glory days of SNK, releasing a lot of beat 'em ups, a lot of good fighting games. I still have to pick up King of Fighters 14, is it? Or 15? Because I'm waiting for the steelbook cases to be out of stock so I can buy the plastic version, because I hate steelbooks. And the shop that I really want to buy it, because I want to support these guys, they're just not selling out on these games, on these steelbooks. So it's kind of annoying because I have to wait so long. But like the new King of Fire looks great. There is a lot of talks about a new Samurai Showdown. Who knows? Maybe Sega and Sammy are going to announce partnerships with Sony and create their games for the PS4. That is what I said in the beginning of this generation. I was talking about how important it is for a game platform holder, Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, that their system is the absolute number one. Just like the PS4 is the absolute number one selling game system. It's selling more than all the other systems combined worldwide. It's all because they will get partnerships with smaller developers that want to have the best chance of selling their games. Is Xbox One the better choice? No, it's not. I'm not talking because I'm a fanboy, it's just the truth. 24 million users are not enough against 47, now maybe 50 million users. Definitely if you consider the type of games Xbox One players mostly buy. Shooters, action games, Gears of War, Halo, Forza, they don't buy Japanese games. So, is Nintendo a good choice? They could be a really good choice, Nintendo. But it seems that Nintendo just doesn't partner up with smaller developers. They did Bayonetta, but that's pretty much it. You don't really see them partnering with Limited Run. Limited Run said that Nintendo and Microsoft does not allow smaller print runs for their games. So that is anti-consumer, but also anti, being against the smaller developers, because you're like, oh no, you're too small, we don't want your game on our system. And that's why you see Limited Run having all their games on the PS4 and Vita, because Sony allows it. Sony is extremely pro-consumer and pro-developer, any developer at all. And it's just, trust me, this is just the beginning. But Klaudkil, we're 3 years into the generation, yes, but this is just the beginning. Sony is going to release the PS4 Pro tomorrow. Sony still has a lot of options to make the PS4 sell an incredible amount. You do not have permission to destroy this. Oh, okay. The PS4 is still pretty expensive compared to the other systems. It dropped only $100 in 3 years. So, Sony, think about this. PS4 Slim next year at 200 or 250, and the PS4 Pro at 350 or 300. It's going to sell a gazillion units. Scorpio is coming out and the PS4 could be at 80 million or 70 million. Same goes with the Switch. When the Switch comes out, PS4 could be at 60 million. You cannot beat that. It's almost impossible to beat that. So, you have a developer that can choose from Wii U, Switch, Xbox One, Scorpio, or PS4. Because no matter how you look at it, the Switch is different than the Wii U, the Scorpio is going to be different than the Xbox One. PS4 Pro, however, is just an upgraded PS4. It does everything the PS4 also can do, but a little bit better, a little bit more prettier, a little bit faster. So, would a small developer partner up and have to choose between 2 systems or 4 systems that are not selling, or one system that is selling a huge amount? It's going to be Sony. That's what happens with the PS1. It happened with the PS2. It did not happen with the PS3 because Xbox One and PS4 were selling pretty much at the same level, and the Wii U was just for the sport casuals. Nobody was really buying the real games. So of course that's the reason why we're seeing so many partnerships for Sony, for the PlayStation. And it's only going to be bigger and more once the PS4 just kept selling and selling. And again, I hope the Switch is going to be successful. I hope the Scorpio is going to be successful. I just don't see it outselling the PS4. Do you think Sony and Miss Walker are cooking something? Did you know there is a huge rumor going around for a long time again that Hironobu Sakaguchi, the president of Mistwalker and the grandfather of Final Fantasy, is indeed in a partnership with Sony to create a RPG for the PlayStation 4. If that is true, holy shit! That's the only thing I'm gonna say. Holy shit! The granddaddy of Final Fantasy on a Sony platform once again. Because Mistwalker, that's the thing that I'm talking about in all these minutes. Mistwalker is a small developer that creates old school RPGs, Japanese RPGs, and they had a partnership with Microsoft in the Xbox 360 days. And even though a lot of fans think that Lost Odyssey is one of the best RPGs, Blue Dragon or Blue Lagoon, not really sure, was it Blue Dragon, was awesome, it didn't sell. It doesn't matter if it sold 1 million or 500,000, it was not enough. The games were not selling the amount of they could do on the PlayStation. And after that, we didn't hear about Mistwalker again. So, again, you know, if there is a partner that is the best for Mistwalker, for Japanese games, it is the PlayStation. It would be stupid of them to create a Xbox One game. It would be stupid if they create a Wii U game. So, what platforms can they do? 3DS? Vita? That would be stupid. Switch? Maybe. But the number one choice is the number one console, the PlayStation. So, if Sony somehow got Mistwalker on the PlayStation platform, if they somehow are going to announce that at PSX, it's going to be awesome. That's going to be super duper awesome, really. I will be really happy if that would be the truth, if that would be the case. So that's a rumor, that's a really big rumor going around, that Mistwalker is indeed creating a game with Sony, or in a partnership with Sony, or for the Sony systems. Maybe also for PC, Xbox, but still on the Sony system. And I think I'm really curious at how many copies Final Fantasy 15 will sell on Xbox One. I'm really curious, because if it's like 90% or 92% or 85% on PlayStation, would Square Enix think that the Xbox One is still a profitable system? Do they think for themselves like, oh, instead of creating one game specifically created for this console, or do we create 2 games for 2 consoles, even though one of them is not really selling? So I'm really curious at how much Final Fantasy 15 is going to sell on the Xbox One. I think not a lot. In Japan, pretty much nothing. In Europe, I don't see it selling. In the United States, maybe like 150,000, maybe. I don't know, but it will be. I'm really curious, because tell me a Xbox One exclusive that is from Japan. I don't know any game. You had Psycho Pass already on PS4. You had that dungeon crawler already on the Vita. And you have one shmup that I know of. It's called Raiden 5. I bet it's going to come out on PS4 one of these days. Not really sure when, but one of these days they're gonna announce, oh, we have a PS4 port, because the game did not sell on the Xbox One. So, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna stop the stream. Played, holy shit, 1 hour and 26 minutes. I had a lot of fun, definitely with Triforce and H. Brand. Pretty cool. I liked your questions, really good questions. But I'm really curious the future of the PS4. It's shaping up to be a system as good at least the PlayStation 1. PS2 is so hard to beat, but who knows Maybe they're gonna surprise us. Nobody knows. But the PS4, it's already better than the PS3. It was better months ago, and it's just getting better and better and better. So I'm really happy I am super happy this generation. I really am. So I hope you enjoyed it. And like always, see you next time. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow, or else on a Friday. And I'll definitely will be playing Sword Art Online. Holy shit, I can't wait. I am one of the few guys that absolutely loved the Lost Song for Sword Art Online last year. So I can't wait to actually play a proper RPG that's been developed for the PS4 and then ported to the Vita. So yeah, again, like always, see you next time. Now.